Round one, we have the choice. We'll play first. Yeah, we got to keep this. Potential to go Water Courser into Whirler Rogue. Pretty insane. Read the Bones is best on an empty board, which is possible on turn 3, but... Read the Bones, pretty good too. Read the Bones good on an empty board, but Water Courser also good on an empty board. Alright. There's our... Yeah, I think we're just going to go Courser into Whirler Rogue. Seems like the best line. Plus, if he has the answer for Whirler Rogue, we get to possess Scab and get it back. Or get our Read the Bones back for, like, Omega value. Knight of the Pilgrim's Road. So yeah, I could make my guy unblockable, but I'm not going to do that. Much rather make some trades here. Like, I really want him to kill Whirler Rogue, not suppression bond it, but attack into it, maybe use a combat trick on it, because then I can just get it back right away. Yeah, this is actually just fine. Especially if he wants to get aggressive here, we're looking real spicy. Yeah, this is actually really nice. So we get to go like this. You could do Might of the Masses. Alright, that's okay. It's actually not that big of a deal. We got a combat trick out of the way. We got the Emperor and Tactician out of the way. Now we get to play Possess Scab, get back our Whirler Rogue, which is just insane. Just insane. Heavy infantry, not that big of a deal actually. I'll trade this. Anchor to the Ether, not bad. Let's just Whirler Rogue again, I think. Pass. We're just going to try and outlast our opponent here. Could just take this. And then go Claustrophobia on my turn. I think I'm okay with that, actually. Okay, well... That's pretty good, actually. I think we just go... Void Mage, Bounce Sentinel, and then swing for 6, which puts us even. He can crack back with Tactician and Infantry, and we can double block Infantry, which I think is actually fine. I could actually leave the... Might actually be best to leave the Scab back. Yeah, I think that actually makes sense. Because then I can double block the infantry with Possessed Scab and Void Mage, which I think is actually fine too. Next turn we can anchor the Sentinel if that's his only play again. And we're in a pretty good tempo spot at that point, I think. Like, he attacks with infantry, we just double block it. No attacks is interesting. So let's go... I can go Read the Bones plus Anchor to the Ether. I think we want to anchor first for the Scry. So let's put that on top. Reeve Soul seems good. Keep that. Let's play Read the Bones. Although... I think that's fine, actually. Keep them both. Play land, swing with flyers. So, if his best play last turn was a 6-drop, I'm pretty sure his best play this turn is 6-drop. We can do the old double block. I think we actually double block with the... Since this keeps that back, I think we want to go like this. Okay. That's actually fine. We have another Possessed Scab. So, the value's not even that good here. He doesn't even get to replay his thing unless he just has... His last 2 cards could just be land thinger, though. Recluse. Well, at least we know what we... want to Reeve Soul. So, let's... Reeve Soul here. Get in with flyers again. And we know what his last card is now. So then we can just play Aeronaut. And we can do the Claustrophobia on his Sentinel. And at that point, we've got a pretty good fleet. We can double block infantry, or we can just go in all ins. Well, if he's going all ins, we can double block here. I guess I can let him, actually, let's block like this. But then I should probably just block Thopter. Okay, I think I'm actually okay with this. Although, no, I think it might have actually been better to... Yeah, that would have been our 4th creature, I guess, for the Shadows of the Past. That might have been smarter. Alright. So I think I actually keep the Aeronaut back for blocks this time. Because then next turn, after my Aeronaut dies, I can Shadows of the Past plus value. Which I think is just straight up better. So I should have, oddly enough, it would have been in my favor to do that differently, but I think it's actually okay. I would rather deal less damage and not risk getting, like, combat tricked out, though. Alright, we just go land. Well, let's swing here. I do have 4, right? 1, and you only need 4. 4 dudes. And we got Watercourser. Whirler Rogue, this. Yeah, I didn't want him to know about the Shadows of the Past, so I did miss the scry there. But if he'd known about Shadows of the Past, maybe he wouldn't have attacked. I'm not sure. But, I mean, we have lethal next turn, and he needs, I guess, 2 Titanic Growths do, in fact, kill us. Maybe it was in my best interest to leave 1 Thopter back, just to play around double Titanic Growth. That probably would have been smarter. That is a card. And I even have the mana to go Scab plus another Whirler Rogue, which is pretty insane. Alright. Opponent's deck is green-white. It did not look hyper-aggressive, but that's only because we just didn't see any Topin Freeblades. That's not to say he doesn't have them. He does have cheap stuff, though. Is it worth bringing in Maritime Guards? I don't actually think they look that great based on what I saw. It just blocks the Leaf Gilder. Other than that, his guys are like 3/3, so I actually think Maritime Guard doesn't look very good at all. I'm going to have to deal with the Reach guys and the Flyer. Could bring in another Disperse, but I don't love it. I think the 1 should be enough. And Languish deals with everything we saw, right? I think so. So that's good. Cool Revival should kill everything. I think we look okay, actually. I don't think I need to bring anything in exactly. So let's go for it again. Game 2, we definitely have a keeper. Although, like I said, Shambling Ghoul significantly worse on the draw. Especially if he has a turn 2 Freeblade. But we do have turn 2 Ghoul into turn 3 Ether into turn 4 Tower Geist, which is quite strong. Alright, Leaf Gilder, acceptable. Claustrophobia is a good draw. Alright, it's a pretty strong one. And it still works with Claustrophobia too, so I think we're just going to go... Yeah, we're just going to go for the straight up just tempo for days here. We're going to go Anchor. I don't think I actually want Imp. I think we're looking for either a land or 5th land or Cruel Revival or something. I think we might just let him resolve regulars this turn. Oh, no, I guess we do the Void Mage. Makes more sense, because then we can go Claustrophobia maybe or something. Fleshbag Marauder. That's actually... Thing is, I definitely want to play Marauder before I play Claustrophobia. But for now, we'll just go for a little bit of tempo here. Tower Geist number 2. Not too bad. I think we just go Claustrophobia beats. Well, Yeah, I see the issue, though. Like I said, Flashback Marauder gets a lot worse. Actually, not. Like, is he going to sack Kithian's Irregulars then? Probably. And then I get rid of the tap effect. I actually kind of like that. And it lets me get in for 4 here. I'm still a land away from just getting Anchor anyway. It's a weird play. I mean, I could also flashback away my Void Mage and get it back with Possess Scab, which is also good. Tower Geist is pretty nice here, though, especially for finding that 5th land. But then, if I double block, I'm getting combat tricked. I think I actually phobia here. This is weird, but I'm actually okay with this. Like, lets me stay a bit aggressive. He can block plus Might of the Masses too, I guess, but chooses not to. All right. No more plays. Just attacking. Which is actually fine. So we've got our 5th land. We can get the Possess Scab. I guess for that reason we can just swing. He can tap down my blocker to get in with the Knight, but he has to do it on his turn, and on top of that, I'm not even entirely convinced that's great for him. Like, he has to pay 2 of his, and then what? Is he going to get, like, aggressive? I think I actually stay aggressive here. Just follow up with Possess Scab with Anchor to the Ether. I kind of like it, actually. I mean, I also don't mind a trade here at all. Yeah. Oddly enough, I would think I like that trade more. Either trade is good for me, by the way. The trade with the Void Mage lets me bring it back with Scab for that value. The trade with this lets me Cruel Revival and get that back. So either one is actually okay. So now we'll just go land, Possess Scab, and we'll get back our removal for the tempo. The tempos. And yes, I understand Fleshbag is significantly worse now, but that is actually okay. So I do have to continuously remember that he can tap stuff down still with Kithian's Irregular. He doesn't, like, lose that by any stretch. Okay. Got me there. That's kind of funny, actually. Let's, guess we swing. Trade seems fine. Let's go. I almost want to go Possess Scab for Void Mage. And then I just get it back. Tower Guy seems really good here too, though. Yeah, I think we actually go Tower Geist. Because I might want to just bring back Anchor to the Ether. Really curious if he needs that double green. All right. So he can tap down my guy, but I think we just continue playing threats. So what's best use of mana here? I have 5. I guess Aeronaut. Well, let's go Tower Geist then. Number 2. Aeronaut splits. It does the same damage, but it doesn't net me a card. I think this is fine. Let's go Geist number 2. Just digging. Alright. Play the land. And we'll pass. He can tap down a dude. That's okay. Didn't tap down a dude, which is interesting. Guess it doesn't really do him that much, maybe. Alright. Whirler Rogue. Yeah, that's pretty good. So, no real need to go for the unblockable play since he's got the manas. Oh. Well, if he's going to do that. I don't think he can really attack with Knight here. Like, him at 8. I got a board full of dudes. He knows I have Anchor to the Ether. Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is I could actually offer the trade with the Knight and then possess Scab back the Whirler Rogue again, which is pretty insane. So up to 7. I think we can go Anchor. He can tap 2 things. Maybe we Fleshbag first, actually. Just to see what he sacks. Although, Aeronaut plus Anchor this turn is pretty insane. He taps down 2 Tower Geists. He's still in a pretty rough spot. Let's play Marauder first. I'm curious what he does with it. Is he just going to sack the Kithian's irregulars? Because I actually think that's okay if he does. Looks like he's going to sack their irregulars. Could actually sack the Whirler Rogue, but I think that's unnecessary, so let him do that. I imagine he's sacking the Irregulars. So we'll sack our Marauder. We'll make our Whirler Rogue unblockable. Get in for 2 and drop Aspiring Aeronaut. All right. Can draw some cards, gain some life here. I don't think Revelation's all that good, but I mean, just in general. It's not to say you can't end up drawing 6 cards off of it and gaining 6 life or whatever. With like Vastwood Gorger. Heavy infantry. So what does that mean? He draws 3 and gains 4. I mean, he's tapped out now. I think he's still dead, actually. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess not quite dead. Oh. Changed my mind. All right, got the match. I still don't think this is Revelation's all that good. Like I said, potentially good, but I feel like you can't afford to pay 7 mana to only be potentially good. Like my opponent actually reaped decent value. He netted 4 cards total, right? Or I guess it's only 3 cards total because you only reveal the creature card and then draw equal to its power. So he drew 3 cards and gained 4 life for 7 mana. That's really not that insane. And I guess he got to scry 5 on top of that, which is pretty good. But still, I don't know. It seems like a lot of mana. All right. We'll see you around 2.